Roland's dad was pretty old. He'd enjoyed a good, full life. Really, that's not why I'm calling you, Tia. Here's the deal. Roland's dad left us a boat. A boat? Tia used her free hand to run the cutter between the ravioli squares. Julie had called to talk about a boat? Not just any boat. It's this beautiful luxury yacht. Well, actually, it's a luxury yacht in need of some TLC, but that's another thing. The real reason I'm calling you is because Roland has given the yacht to me, and I would like to turn it into a restaurant. A restaurant? Tia stopped cutting ravioli. A really upscale restaurant with sunset dinner cruises and birthday parties and anniversaries and weddings and all sorts of fun events. Tia felt her interest rise. You'd run this floating restaurant on the San Francisco Bay. That's my plan. Wow, that sounds really fun. I know. And I got to thinking I'd need a top-notch chef, and I remembered how you graduated from that culinary school last year. I got to thinking you might be just the ticket. Seriously? You'd consider me for a position like that? Uncle Tony stopped sorting the shrimp, pausing to scowl at Tia. Absolutely. The thing is, I need more than just a chef, Tia. At least to start with. I need someone with youth and ideas and lots of energy. Someone to help me get things going, to assist me in getting the boat set up as a lovely restaurant. Do you think you'd be interested? Of course! When can you come down here? I don't know. Tia covered the mouthpiece on the phone. Julie is offering me a job. She's starting a restaurant. She wants to know when I can start. Uncle Tony just shook his head in a defeated way. When does she need you? When do you need me? Tia asked. Is now too soon? Julie giggled. Tony will kill me. Tia looked at Uncle Tony. She says now. Uncle Tony rolled his eyes. My baby sister knows I could never say no to her. Better go home and pack your bags, Katamia. Uncle Tony is telling me to go home and pack, Tia exclaimed. Fabulous. Call me back when you get home and we'll go over the details. I'll start looking for flights. Do you really think you can leave right away? No reason I can't. Great. My goal is to get the restaurant running by midsummer. Roland thinks I'm crazy, but I think it could happen. Anyway, you better let me talk to my big brother before you hang up. I have a feeling I owe him big time. Tia handed the phone to Uncle Tony, and as she continued to happily cut the ravioli, she listened to her uncle making a huge pretense of grumbling and complaining, acting like Julie was stealing the best cook he'd ever had, and going on about how it would ruin his business. It was all baloney, but he seemed to be enjoying it. Besides, maybe it took leaving a job to get the appreciation you deserved. Tia wasn't even sure she cared right now. The good news was that she was getting out of this little podunk town. Life was suddenly good. She'd only been to San Francisco once before, but she had fallen in love with the unique city on the bay. She'd been 16 when Aunt Julie had invited her down there for the summer. Tia had known her parents' marriage was on the brink just then, but she'd pretended to be oblivious during her visit at Julie's. It was easier. And she'd suspected her aunt's generous hospitality was an attempt to give Tia's parents a chance to work things out without an observer around. But by the time Tia got home, it was over. Mom moved on to a new life in Florida. It had been just Tia and Dad since then, although her dad had started dating someone last year. Maybe their romance would progress better if Tia was out of the picture. You're still here? Uncle Tony feigned surprise as he hung up the phone. I thought you'd be on your way to the airport by now. You don't really want me to quit today, do you? She peered curiously at his gruff, unshaven face. Her uncle was like a lobster, hard and crusty on the outside, but soft and sweet underneath. He shrugged. Maybe finish the raviolis first. Seriously? This is really my last day? Sure. It sounds like Julie needs you. Roland is having some health issues going into early retirement. She thinks this restaurant boat idea is...